and welcome to the program Sports Right on Liberty TV. We'll bring to you sporting activity all over the week. We have a lot to talk about on the program today. We have to talk about now the dance on the AFCON, but what we're talking about on the program today, we have we'll talk about I call them the greats, talking about what they've done for this country, going as far as Tunisia to make the country proud, bringing medals for this country, leading by example. And they're looking at what has happened. Talk about we have so many of the countries there, over 23 countries that participated there in the Tunisia and Nigeria stood top there, getting some of those medals back home, and we can't stop celebrating them. I call them, to me, I call them the win champions of Africa, champions of the world. Looking at what performed, looking at just not like talk about when you have the right people in the leadership, we will get it right. Like now, we're talking about the African Masters. Talk about the African Athletics Masters championship that just ended in Tunisia, when Nigeria shone like a million star with a great performance there. And we have another president that will be talking on the program today, the Secretary General of the Secretary General of the Nigerian Athletics Masters. Vice President of the Vice President of Stadia Nigeria, now the President, Coach Christian Ayegbeni. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you.
Looking at I must commend both of you and others, even the president and even the athlete. To me, Athletics Masters, for some time, we've not been hearing about it for some time. I must be honest with you, but for the looking at ever since Secretary General assumed office less than 3 months ago, we saw a new face, and again, we want to talk about that. We get in Africa, looking at what athletes, not just leadership, or looking at performance. Nigeria did well. We're talking about the medals and everything. How the athletes are, you know them, so you know them by name, and they can look at what they've done for this country. We celebrate the Super Falcons for winning medals for Nigeria, flying their flag high there. And talk about the Tigress. This is at the athletics. Talk about the masters. We're not talking about grassroots. We're talking about the masters. We'll talk about the champions. Talk about those who has paid the supreme price for this country. Looking at what they've done, even during their young time in the sport. Even now, even as veterans, are still giving back to the country. So I must welcome you guys back to the show, and let's eat the nail. But before we go into the program, let's just take a little sound bite from what happening is there in what really happened there in Tunisia. We'll see our flag. Now that flag was just everywhere, raising our flag, climbing the podium, picking the medals. And I must talk about, I saw Dr. there, not just as the Secretary General, as athletes participating, winning medals. I saw some of the jumps, some of those things. I was surprised, I was amazed, I was shocked looking at what impact she contributed to the success, and Coach Christian Ayegbeni winning a 4 gold medal. To me, that is. To me, I must, as an athlete, as someone that has done, I know what that means when you get those medals. I will be reading the medals, how Nigeria's got, but let's just dive in. Let's see sound and what really happened, and the highlights and some of those beautiful moments there when they were there representing Nigeria, flying the green, white, green. I was full of goosebumps looking at how our flag was being fly over there in Tunisia. When we have so many of those countries that came, but Nigeria stood their ground. Get us those of victory. I was almost crying when I see. But let's just dive. Let's see what it all went down. And then we'll be talking more on the Masters Championship. How we're going to talk more. Let's see how we're going to promote it, and let's see. We want all stakeholders to be private and government to come in. Let's see how we can take this thing to the next level, because what matters is to talk about the country, the patriotic, bringing not just going there to, we'll see in the past, we'll talk about, you see our administrator going outside the shore of this country, nothing to show, but they went there, they saw and they conquered. So to me, that's a great feat, and I will always remain by that. And hoping going forward, we're going to surpass that record of Tunisia and see how we can get it. This time, we're going there to win, to come out first, but this time it was second, and that second was even, to me, it was the icing on the cake. Looking at 23 countries, Nigeria coming second. To me, it's more of like the winning overall first. So let's let's see what really happened there. So much for what, to me, as at that time, Tunisia was a little bit cold, but how did they manage and see how it went down? Let's stay tuned. As soon as we come back for this break, we'll be talking more on the master. Don't go anywhere. See the program Sports right with them. So stay tuned.
سيدة مارغيت جوبان رئيسة الاتحاد الدولي للماستر.
Bonjour, bienvenue. Hello, everybody. I'm so happy to be here with you today. Je suis tellement contente d'avoir cette journée extraordinaire.
Zoom it to Nigeria.
حسن شويه باش نشوف حسن حيد على وجهك شويه باش نشوف
Les athlètes qui attendent la compétition. Les athlètes.
That's it. Shot.
Let's go back. Let's go back this time around. We run to just for.
Irene.
Yes, Marianne,
Ozara
ready to take on the world.
Yeah, man.
and Ophelia Michael.
Yes, man.
Marianne, aka Chicken Leg. And
Somebody's coming.
Hade Busoye.
Someone is coming, man.
Busoye. And also Okachi. She won 2 gold medals. All right. And my humble self, the Vice President of Stadia, Nigeria Athletics Masters. All right. And the Super Daily, he won the triple jump yesterday, silver medal. Fantastic jump.
To me, that was juries. When as a sportsman, you just need to warm yourself or put yourself in the right shape to perform very well. But I'm being joined with, I still have my guest on the studio with me, another president, Dr. Safia Yaya Kongola, here with me as the Secretary General of the Nigerian Athletics Masters. Yeah, looking at Doctor, so some of those highlights, I was like. I didn't know you can perform like this. Looking at what we just saw, and can you just talk more, throw more insights on this tournament?
Oh, okay. Let me just start from the very beginning. The background is that Nigeria Athletics Masters has actually been in existence for quite some time now. But the issue is that we have not really been going for tournaments. We had the reign of the last Secretary General, who actually worked assiduously to really make this association. He did all his best, and we went to Cameroon in 2016 under him, and in 2017 we went to Cote d'Ivoire. Of course, we came up with medals, and we seem to have a strong point in the relays, as much as the that's one place we always sweep medals, and of course in the sprints, and in almost every event we got at least a gold or silver or something somewhere. So after that, there had been our last outing was in Tunisia 2019. That's 6 years of a lacuna, a gap that we were not traveling anywhere. We didn't have any, so we had been absent from the scene. So when we came on board on August 3rd, 2025, we were elected as a new exco.
About 3 months ago, right? Yeah. August.
Yeah. Okay. Barely. Yes. So, yeah. Recently. So, the Vice President stayed there. Am I right? Coach Christian Egbeni, and I came on board as the Secretary General. So now Tunisia 2025 had been floated since about May, June 2025, and so immediately we came in, we knew we just needed to run with the vision, and we said we have to be at Tunisia 25. In fact, so much so, what the issue there is that if a country has not been participating for at least 5 years, they'll actually be, no longer be seen to be part of, the movement. We're affiliated to the World Masters Athletics. We've been affiliated to Africa Masters Athletics. And of course, in our own little cocoon, Athletics Federation of Nigeria, we recently got affiliated to it properly affiliated. And of course, some registration and stuff, things to make ourselves more solid than we had been in the past. These were the moves we did when we came in. So now, fast forward to the Tunisia 2025 Championships, it wasn't an easy road, and it looked like it wasn't even going to happen because there was this, everybody had already been in a state of, let me say, limbo. Like, okay, how are we sure this is going to work? For 6 years, nothing has happened.
Yeah.
How can these people come in and just, achieve that? But you see, I think it's all about focus, vision, prayers, and knowing what we wanted. And we actually started by actually taking an extraordinary leap of faith. This is actually it, because it was something which, if you ask, okay, what's the next? We just floated it and look, this is Tunisia 2025, we need to start. And people were like, well, there were so many questions. And I was like, look, I can't really answer these questions. We're just starting by taking a leap of faith. And we take it one step at a time and see how things go. We started, the visas, like that. And tried to, the main problem was funds. People were running up and down, trying to look for funds, running up and down everywhere, trying to, to even pay for the visa was an issue, and at the end of the day, had to issue, letters for some of them to try to look for sponsorship, and it wasn't, it wasn't such a fruitful venture, but we just kept pushing, and I really admire their resilience, their courage, their readiness to run with the vision, because, it was like, somebody running blind and say, come along with me, and they actually came along, and we just, we shared the vision together. I mean, it's an amazing act of, it's faith, believing in someone, believing in our vision, believing in what we stand for, the perseverance, the joy to participate, the willingness. They did everything they could, and it was so amazing. They all flew in from different parts of the country to Abuja, where we took off to and actually get to the. In fact, some people just bought the tickets just almost a day or two before. In fact, almost a few hours before we had to leave, and we were the last contingent to arrive because of these money issues. It was the arrival was supposed to be between 17 to 19, but we looked at it and look, we have to go as close as possible to reduce the number of days of hotel that we're going to spend, and also at the same time to be able to maximize the opportunity to get funds and for people to at least complete their flight arrangements and stuff, because it wasn't easy. Well, at the end of the day, by the grace of God, we found ourselves in Tunisia. It was a dream come true, and it was such a surreal and amazing experience. And we had to now run around trying to do our registration because we were running a bit behind time, but we were able to, at the end, they were able to cope. Everything came together, and you really need to know the remarkable stories behind some of the people who actually went. That's something different. Some people had just been recovering from surgery, some people had a bad knee, bad thighs, and all that. Different types of injuries, and at the end of the day, it was amazing. You see, Mariam that ran first leg, if I tell you her own story, this was our relay.
Okay,
our 4x1 women's relay.
Right.
Of course, we won. We won the gold. Mariam gave a fiery start. Irene touched the touched the back straight, and then I ran the third leg, crazy curve, and handed over to Falake, and she took
amazing.
we clinched the gold, and they were like, everybody was screaming, and we're like, what did you expect?
I could just imagine how you were feeling, looking at how you manage everybody, and looking at how. When I saw the relay, I saw the way you ended you went to we saw the celebration. What were you thinking that time? Let's hold on for that. Let's talk to Coach. Coach Christian Ayegbeni. Looking at the way you guys prepared, to me, it was. I must commend you guys for the resilience, for the focus. But one thing must have got, you have to have the right mindset to go as far as Tunisia to get this one. And again, what really struck my mind, everybody that went got a medal. It was a magic, because I was surprised seeing everybody that went came with a medal. It was just something there great. Not about the crowd, but the few that went there was something to show.
Yes, let me just start by saying
thank you to those that really, went, because it hasn't been easy, and those that supported us with prayers and like that. And yes, we prepared, and that masters events are events from age 35 and above, and some are married, some are professionals in their different ways, some have children.
It's not easy
to bring the composure and the focus. Your wife will be calling you and your children and like that, and yet you want to compete, and yet you want to make your country proud. It's about the patriotism.
Yes.
The patriotism putting Nigeria, Nigeria know they carry
I was
last.
seeing the flag flying everywhere.
Yes, the spirit of Nigeria know they carry last. We want to portray our country. We want to bring the good image of our country. We want the best for our country. We want to challenge the best too. We don't want to be left behind. The Nigeria spirit is in us. Never say die spirit. And to God be all the glory. We almost sweep all the Alameda to an extent that they were saying Nigeria, so with the courage, is a place that is very cold. So, but nevertheless, we were doing constant warming up,
Yes, I saw the drills.
Exactly. The focus was just to make our country proud. The focus was just to do something excellent,
something extraordinary.
Like she said, we just came in as a new ESCO, and
yes.
we just want to prove, make our own mark, and to just say that with God we can achieve everything. Anything you set your heart to achieve
with God and proper preparation,
and assistance with fund assistance.
Yes.
We need that assistance. We need government funds, private multinationals, to partner and collaborate with us, So with that, and you can see what we achieve with individual, sponsorship. And you can imagine if the private and the government, took it up. I will take it up from there. You can imagine we can do more.
Yes.
Meaning that we can bring, a lot of
and
pride.
you can even accommodate more athletes to increase the medal.
Exactly. We want to be winning all the way. We want to dominate in Africa and also to dominate in the world.
Because even when I look at this championship, when I look at the countries that participated in this championship, it's not just, and it's like we talk about, we saw Tunisia, Algeria, Australia, Great Britain, Cameroon, France, Spain, Germany, Estonia, Senegal, DR Congo, Zimbabwe, Japan, Italy, New Zealand, Kenya, South Africa, Libya, Mauritius, Namibia, Nigeria, Djibouti, and Cameroon.
Yes.
So Morocco. That's 23 countries participated, and Nigeria still. I don't understand. I really can't stop singing your praise because look at the you can also it's not to me. It was not even like Africa, like a world tournament. We have
because it was open.
We have everybody there because looking at having 23 countries and including Europe and all that there in the tournament. To me, it's not just an Africa. It's like it's a world champion because it's a world tournament, and looking at this medal, its value is like a World Cup.
Yes. It is the World Cup for like veterans.
Yes.
Veterans World Cup in athletics. You can say it that way, So and that's why we said it wasn't an easy tax. Yes. It was like an Herculean tax. Like we came from some other people from different professions. Some are bankers, some are lawyers, some are officers. They still care.
Doctor,
medical doctor for that matter. So from your different background.
So, Doctor, how do you combine this?
Thank you for this question. I actually had to take on multiple roles. I had to take on the role as the Secretary General and the administrative role of registering and making the payments, on behalf of the athletes, because you pay for the events, registration, getting their bibs, getting their ID cards and all that. And then I still had to take on the role as a doctor, because there was somebody who actually had surgery a few weeks before, and but I was monitoring closely, and this person was keen on competing. All right, you know, I need to mention this because it's a remarkable.
Yes.
It's something. It's a testimony, really. Okay, and she pushed you. She actually. I was a bit skeptical about her running the 200 meter because I was wondering whether it's gonna, you know, pull on, you know, the injection site. But she ran. Look, she ran a blazing 200 meter. She won the gold in 200 meter.
Yes.
She still ran the first leg for us in our relay. And you know, we call her, you know, we call her what we used to call her,
Yes,
chicken leg, you know.
they call her chicken
Leg, you know,
So
it's because you know, and you know, she still got it. You know, we had some people who were injured. They managed because you see, I had to go with, I had foam rollers, you know, massage things, ice skates. So I was also like, you know, the physiotherapist.
So you're
I
just like,
combined
you
so many
were
things.
doing so many jobs there.
Media.
I was saw Dr. I saw Dr. Dunham and Coach Christian was even doing some commentary.
I did the voiceover when he was collecting his medal. I did the voiceover.
Even when you won your own, I had the voice.
And then,
I was just
yes,
like,
in fact,
we had to make use of what we have.
I must
I have a clip of you. I don't know, DJ, were just there missing.
You know why? Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened that time. When we won our first gold medal, actually the first gold medal was actually by Coach Christian Ayebeni. They played the wrong national anthem, so it's not something we could air. It wasn't something we could even mention anywhere. Okay. But the point is that I just need to mention this because you see, we had been absent for 6 years. The last time they knew us was with that old anthem. For you to show you, I mean, for you to see how they had been, you know, out of touch. We had been out of touch. Yes. So all they knew was our old anthem. I had to go to the DJ to teach them how to play the new anthem. So subsequently, they now played the new anthem for us. So that's why I don't know if there's that picture there.
Yeah, there's a picture of you.
I had to go there and teach them how to play the new national anthem. I said, please, this is old, this is the new one. And subsequently, we played. In the total, our national anthem ended up being played 18 times. 18 times.
And then look at let's come to Coach Christian. Let's just roll through. I mean that you won M45 gold. You won AMA for M45 gold. You won pole vault M45 gold. You won shot put M45 gold and a javelin silver. It was a massive.
Yes.
Massive.
Well,
4 gold and a silver.
Yes. Well, I give God all the glory. And coming from my own background as a former national decathlete, you know, if you do decathlon, you will know that it comprises of 10
Yes, we call them a jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades, yes. You know, 10 events in one. You know, so, but when we got there, we saw that I could, you know, take advantage of most of those events because I already I was a former national athlete.
It's not an easy feat.
Yes, it wasn't easy. So, but you know, like we said, in Nigeria, never say die spirit. And we wanted to make our nation proud. And we wanted to make use of
not just proud.
Yes,
this is the country name in the world map.
In the world map, we are small as a contingent, but nevertheless, we want to see. You know, want to take advantage of every possible means to get enough medal so that we can be on the medal ranking table as tops. You understand? You know, so I won in the class of M45, 45 to 49, gold in and pole vault has been one of the craziest events, you know. So, and also silver in javelin. And to climb it up, the person that won gold in javelin is also a Nigerian.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, yes, Michael
Ophili.
And this, you know, what made it so beautiful was the icing on the cake because, you know, immediately after the first event, he actually sustained an injury. Yeah. We've been nursing the injury throughout, and you know, we're monitoring it, giving all the things, liniment, ice pack, this, that.
Safia there receiving a bronze medal there.
The long jump.
Yeah, the long jump.
Yeah. So, you know, in fact, well, this is a different. I mean, I didn't really get to really train properly because I was doing a lot of things. I even I had to take time to struggle to take the weight off, so it wasn't easy. But you know, I mean, thank God, that's a story for another day. So, like I was saying, you know, Mike Ophili, he was nursing injury throughout, but we were like,
And he still
you know
won a
what,
gold
before
medal.
you go for this your last event, let's just see, you know. And by God's grace, the javelin, I mean, nobody was near him. I was even happy at least that he even beat Christian. At least let him have
Two Nigerians go and silver.
That enough gold medal.
That was
And I was
wonderful.
Only medal.
only gold medal I chose. I was doing the voiceover for this one. This is
Yes.
where Ophelia won his gold medal.
Yes.
You know, so that's it. It was great.
And it was the medal
So of
for
course
javelin.
yeah. So of
Gold
course
and
they,
silver, Nigeria.
yeah. So they
Nigeria.
played our
So
national
the
anthem
national
again.
anthem was just
Christian
growing.
was
You can imagine 18 times.
In fact,
18
I'm
times.
sure some of those people have, you know, at least learned the tune, just like we learned the tune of the Tunisia anthem, because you know they were almost every event they tried to fill their people. So that
Yes, to get to
to get that
to increase their medal. Yes.
advantage. So that's actually why they came first. So we in fact, some of us we can hum the Tunisian national anthem now. They say, you know, and so I'm sure you know the same with it. This was
It was the team that went and they saw they conquered. And let's look at
taking this picture.
let's go through doctors medal, or let's say what doctor in the discus W of 45 she won gold, and Amma W45 she won gold too, and the 200 meters W45 she won silver, and triple jump W45 she won silver, and long jump W45 she won bronze. Doctor, kudos, not just a doctor, you're an athlete, you're secretary general. I don't understand, how do you combine everything and you came out with such a record?
If you ask me, I don't think I can.
Gold
I think it just flowed like that. It just the flow. You know, everything just flowed into each other. I guess, you know, how do I put it? It just flows. That's all. I really don't have anything to say.
No, to me, I understand. You went there and you were just let me say you were just multitasking, trying to put this in the right place. Still work as the medical. See, assume your duty was supposed to have a medical team. You were there to do. It was not an easy thing. And again, let's keep on taking some of your athletes.
We didn't have the funds to get all these.
The main thing is the funds.
We just had to manage ourselves.
Manage yourself individually for the country. No, we really need to talk more on this. Let's see. Okay, talk about let's go to the next athlete, DSP Rain Aneto. They're looking at she won
3 golds.
Yeah, you won 3 gold. That was shocking. Winning 3 gold. 100 meters W50 gold medal. The 200 meters W50 gold medal, and 800 W50 gold medal. You're like, you guys were just packing gold as if.
You know, she's a middle distance runner, and then you know she actually has the talent for. And in fact, that 800 meter is her most valuable race, as she said, because you see that one when she finished. I don't know if you have the picture. She just actually she collapsed. She gave it all her all, and then she lay on the ground. But she won the race. 100 meter, she has good speed for the 100 meter. And she also had good speed and power for the 200 meter. But her main event is actually the 800 meter. Is actually but you see, she has not really been training for that, but she still pulled it through because in fact she was very exhausted that day. Okay, no, that's her relay. Yes,
yeah, that was relay.
4x1 relay. They were very angry with us in Nigeria again. In fact, after this, they didn't allow the men to run because they were
so they stopped you guys from running because they were to run. Yes, because we were going to pack their goals.
We were elated.
That was not right now.
Yeah, no, I mean, you see, the thing is this.
You can't deprime athletes that went for tournament not to because you are scared of them winning the tournament.
The thing
they have to play their own politics.
Yes. And then at Masters, the relays are kind of like, optional and add-on. Sometimes the coaches will begin to say, no, we don't want to run, we don't this, depending on what they see, and they just felt that they had enough of Nigeria. Thank God, I mean, when we saw the women line up, we're like, what about Nigeria? In fact, some of the events, they actually wanted, there's this thing about if you don't get to the call room on time or you don't repeat. So sometimes they would actually start with us, look, they're starting this, quickly go down, run down and, arrange ourselves, sort out the call room regularity, please, I'm here, mark your name, and then, go back, start practicing your warm-up jumps. In fact, I actually almost missed my long jump. Let me tell you. The story about that long jump. You won't believe where I came out from to go for that long jump. That long jump, in fact, it was not. I almost wasn't going to do it because I just dehydration, exhaustion. After the math class, because immediately after the math class, I was actually in Olympics. Dehydrated, exhausted, and all that. And my eyes, I was having eye pain. I was not able to see the what do you call it? The line and all that. Jumping in the pitch. I was not even. I actually. Yeah. So because that was my. In fact, I didn't even bother. I didn't bother running. There was no point because there was no. So, but the long jump, it's one of the events that actually kind of that close to my heart. And but that very day, I was almost missing it. I was doing, in fact, my warm up. I didn't do proper warm up. That jump, that was not really. That was not a proper run up. It wasn't a proper run up. It wasn't the best of my jumps. It was.
But you want the medal to show.
Yeah, I could have done better. I couldn't warm up properly. That I didn't get time to warm up. I didn't really get time to train.
So even if the irony is that I don't know if it is that you won a medal.
Yeah.
You didn't go there to perform. You won a medal. Your name is on the record. So if you go to Google and go to Google now to Google it, you see your name. To me, I must commend you. I'm going to echo it to government that they need to do the needful because this is not easy for you to travel for a tournament using your own personal funds. That to me, that's the height of all. Representing your country, give your country medal. Getting those records, look at what is happening here in Nigeria. It's only sport that unify everybody, and now you guys are doing it. Bringing this medal, I can't stop talking about it. And again, looking at what is happening, I believe the NSC, they are watching, the National Sports Commission, they are watching. They should do the needful. Let's celebrate our heroes. These are champions. These are they went there to conquer. They bring the Nigeria 18 times in a tournament. Even our last competition that went for the Olympic, none of our flag was being flown there. We saw this. Looking at the World Championship, even the tournament that they went last. The only athletes that got something there was Toby Amosu. No other athletes. And know what the government spend for that tournament. But these guys went there, so they use their personal format. To me, we should be talking, should be telling the government what to do from there. And I'll see how I can get to the NSC. Let's honor them. They've done well for this country. Let's keep on taking some of the names. Most of all the athletes that won the medal. That's the record. As no team in Nigeria has done that apart from got not just one medal. 1, 2, 3, 4, some 5 good. That's the joyful thing inside. I'm talking from this athlete. Look at the contingent that went. The medal even surpassed the contingent that. Look at a few athletes that went. The medal was even triple times the athletes that went. To me, it's call for celebration. And looking at let's take the other medals. I talk about Adeyoju, that man. I remember some years ago in Abuja, Adeyoju was the teammate of mine. The last 2012 Sport Festival Day in Lagos during the era of former Governor Raji Fashola. The Busaya was a team. My teammates here, we went together with Abuja team here in FCT, and now seeing the Masters doing the good thing, bringing the medals, a good one. Look at that. Okay, he won the 400 meter, and Busaya, I know was good, very good in the 800. But he won the 400 meters M45 good. He won the 800 meter. That's his event. So
yes, that's his main event.
That's his main event. He won the gold medal, and it took 200 meters to consolidate at least.
Yeah, 200 meter. He won silver because since he's not really a 200 meter runner.
Yes, he's a long distance runner.
So yeah, so he ran the curve very well and all that. He has the power, but at the finishing, they now edged him out. You get it, because they had the technique which he didn't have.
Yes.
So he thought it's the same 400 meter, 800 meter technique. So at that point, he just quickly. So that's why he was pushed to silver. But he did very well, really.
Let's look at Folake Okachi, 100 meters. 100 meters W45 gold and 80 meters W45 gold. Too good.
Falake, she cleared the field, the 100 meters race. There was no, what do you call it? There was no.
No,
nobody.
They
were hardly standing up when she was almost finishing. Yes. That was not.
She has been training.
We had the,
She has been training. I'll be putting that clip out of the doctor. Yeah.
Okay, and then the hurdles. In fact, you won't believe the way she lifts herself with the hurdle because you see,
Yes.
there's one thing about
And somebody that
muscle
just gave
athletes.
she's a mother to twins.
I know one
She
thing
just
about
gave that.
maybe
Not-
three
not-
months.
But she has, she's the mother to, yeah.
To twins.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. The thing is that like
can
And
imagine.
she got to go for the twins.
one peculiarity of masters athletes is that most times, especially this one that we had a big gap that people had not been training and people were kind of like, it's like we don't have any tournament. Every hopes had already been dashed and everybody was in a low mode kind of. So most people had gained weight.
Yes.
And then 5 years is enough for somebody who didn't have arthritis. So
You're talking about 5 years.
And it's
Yes,
6 years and all
person.
that. No, so I mean, when you haven't been, competing. In fact,
Active.
this is one essence of masters anyway. But our masters was, kind of like there was really nothing happening. So the point I'm making is that you gain weight and all that. So that heavy body weight, sometimes is a detractor. But the good thing about it is that once a sportsman, always a sportsman. So the muscle memory, sometimes, because somebody was actually asking, especially for leggings training, that look, with the weight, she's still jumping over the hurdles and all that. He said, look, the body doesn't even sometimes realize that I've gained weight. They just remember the muscle. Look, I'm jumping. I used to jump. I can't jump, and it's still jumping. Doesn't even look at the weight is heavy and all that. Except if it goes beyond the critical limit, then you now begin to have knee pain and stuff. Otherwise, the body doesn't know that I've gained any weight per se. And she was jumping. You need to see the way she ran. She did, So so the difference is that the stature in master athletes compared to the young athletes. Sometimes you see some with pot bellies and all that, but at least we see running. But then after training very well, you actually see many of us assume the what do you call it? The body composition, just like the younger athletes, especially when they get to high level competitions, it becomes more, it's almost looking like you're in the normal, championships, especially the 35. And let me say something about the age category.
Yes, this category for.
It starts from 35. There are 5-year age brackets, 35 to 39. We just call it M35 if it's men, or W35 if they're women. That is, men or women, either M or W will be in front, age between 35 and 39. The next age bracket is all 5 years. The next one is 40. Okay, 40 to 44 actually. W40, that's women, age 40 to 44. M40 means men, age 40 to 44. 45, the same thing, 5-year age bracket. Anything that starts with 5 ends with 9. 45 to 49, okay, men, women. The one that starts with 0 ends with 4. 50. This is Busi running the 800 meters. This is his normal race, so there's no.
I see that coach was just preparing for another event. I saw you.
He was preparing for his javelin.
Javelin. Okay, yes.
And the javelin station that time. And I think I was at the
Look at the
triple
rest
jump
of the world behind Nigeria.
Yes, he was leading the pack.
He was leading.
You said the performance. Let's talk about Captain Ubong.
He gave the most fantastic performance.
We saw him winning 2 gold medals.
Army captain.
That 100
Army captain.
meters. Look, in fact, what he said was that 100 meters, if he had known there was nobody behind him, he would have even gone to the finish line. Is the video? He would have jumped. They were hardly standing up when he was almost at it. That was a fantastic, superb. When I played it on our platform.
I must commend you. Looking at managing everybody together, looking at Captain Ubong also retired, a captain in the Nigerian Army.
It was I hope that's his race. This looks like his 200. This was his 200. This is 200.
Yeah, this is 200.
200.
Okay.
He packed them in 100. He cleared them in 200.
I look at Captain Soro, a retired captain in the Nigerian Army, winning the 100 meters.
He was training. He used to send me his training videos. I mean, he was
fit.
Updating me. No. He even said he's not even. No. He really.
He won the 100 meters M50 gold medal and the 200 meters M50 gold medal.
Those were just they were walking the park for him.
Countries look like babies. Seriously,
this is why we went for the DJ to tell them play this new
national anthem.
And when I heard it, it was.
But to me, looking at it just shows that if not that you guys went, they will still be living in the old
They
national
would have
anthem.
played
Yes.
it. No, the thing is, excuse me, if we hadn't gone, our anthem wouldn't have even been played. It hasn't been played for the past 6 years.
6 years.
You know, so it was played. It was first played officially when Folake was taking up her medal for her 100-meter. You know, for 100-meter gold. You know, that's when it was first played. You know, officially, and I insisted that in fact, that day, because it was evening, we were actually running short of time. They were like, they won't play. I said, no way. This is the first time our anthem is going to play. It must be played. We told Falake to go back to this podium.
And they
Play the national anthem. There's nothing like
how was the feeling when you had the first Nigerian national anthem?
Oh, it was. In fact, when I was already hearing it, when I was showing the DJ and he was like, "Is it correct?" Like this, when I was making correction, if you heard the sound, I was like, I was like, oh,
that was what opened the door.
It became, I was even getting emotional. Yes. Oh my God, my anthem.
That was what opened the door. The medal started pouring. Was just start pouring for you. So she opened the door for Nigeria.
It was a lovely moment.
So kudos to her for opening the door for winning the first medal for Nigeria. That's the first national anthem being played there for Tunisia. And looking at SP Mariam, they doing winning a gold and a bronze.
Thank you very much. Mariam's story is that of extraordinary courage, focus, willingness to participate, because Mariam had every reason
not to go.
In fact, she was like, I said, look, I was even telling her that since you've already prepared to go, just go and even just be there as someone that will cheer us up, and all that. And just be there and let's see if you could. She I know she didn't want to mention, but I think we need. One day she just called me that look, she was busy training and she had some stomach ache. I said, look, you need to rush to the hospital. She ended up having a minor surgery, and this I won't believe her. That's how they left, holding the green button. She started the race, and look at, you won't believe this woman. She kept, I kept inspecting the scar from time to time, and I was like, okay. The good thing is that at least there was that first 6-week period, at least you're like, you can only do light activity, don't stress yourself. But athletes will always be athletes, and being that you also involve your activity, it makes your wound even heal more. I recommended the medications and vitamins and all that she needed to take. And you can see she was in good shape. In fact, this was her last week. 200 meters, she ran the 200 meters normal, and she got the gold medal. I followed closely. Let's do it because I wasn't really.
And he won the gold medal.
Yeah, he had.
Javelin won. Beat coach. Yeah.
He had an injury.
But it was good. Well, you guys won gold and silver. You left bronze for the rest of the country.
My prayer was for him to at least even get the gold medal. I was happy that he actually beat Christian, because I saw his throws. There was no.
Christian was
good. At least for the javelin.
Christian had other events that was going through his mind.
It was well deserved, because that was his first and only medal, and used it to wrap up that was like the last event before the closing ceremony. So it was.
But that's on my list. I have Pastor Delege winning getting a silver in triple jump M45.
Yes, actually, he had been nursing injury since and he was like, look, he's going to, despite it, he will go and try to, jump. I had actually said, look, you need to see some physiotherapists, you need to see this, you need to, see the physical therapist too, and from the medical point of view, actually, I was almost like, are you sure you're going to be able to jump? But I got all this knee pad, gel pad, this knee brace and stuff like that, analgesics, all kind of things, and if he's not going to feel up to it, he shouldn't, because he actually had to do long jump, but he ended up not having, he couldn't do it because it was too. After the triple jump, I said, look, I don't think you can do this long jump because you're going to stress the joint too much, and more people like to go to long jump than the triple jump, so you would have more.
I saw one place.
And you would have to stress the knee and not get.
I saw one place when you were receiving your medal at the podium, you were crying. I said, that's the joy. We'll talk about. I saw you as the president of the Masters and the Africa president was there with you, like. And thank God, our friend will be before you go. Let's say, I have the clip. Before, but what do you want?
Dr. Sophia.
Yahya Safiya de Nigeria.
Nigeria Nigeria, Dr. Sophia. Gold medal, Dr. Sophia. Women 45 class, discus 45 class, Dr. Sophia. Congratulations. Congratulations. Gold medal. Congratulations, Dr. Sophia, winning the gold medal in 45 women class. Congratulations. Congratulations, Dr. Sophia, our first gold medal.
Congratulations.
It's okay, okay, she's emotional. You know, it's okay. This is so important to her.
Good one, good one, good one.
Good one. Good courage by Dr. Sophia.
Good one.
Hard working, Dr. Sophia.
Sophia.
Brilliant,
Wow.
brilliant, Dr. Sophia. Energetic,
Okay
Dr.
now.
Sophia.
It's okay, it's okay. Be correct.
All right, look up.
Look up.
All right, Dr.
And I must commend you for you guys for coming to the program. And you can just tell the Nigerians what you want the government to do for him, the masters athletes.
Yeah, first of all, I would want the government to understand that, you know, sports is actually a continuum, all right? The way we talk about catching them young at the grassroots level and, you know, nurturing them and all that, they do under 18, this, that,
They should
the junior and all
extend the
that.
focus to the
Now,
veterans.
the thing is this, you know, and this is where some people get it wrong and all that. Now, you finish competing, right? You're technically an ex-athlete or a retired athlete and all that. You are only an ex-athlete or retired athlete if you actually stop there, all right? You don't compete, you don't warm up, you don't train, you don't do anything. Then, of course, you are an ex-athlete or retired athlete. But if you continue trying to go for competitions, you train, you warm up, and you say you have this competition, that, then you are now a master's athlete. And the master's athlete, the good thing about it is that it prevents you from having the degeneration that occurs when you stop. You know, if you don't use it, you lose it. So, you know, when you're no longer jumping, no longer running, no longer warming up, no longer, you know, doing all these drills and all that, then your body starts declining. Even naturally, with age, there's a natural decline,
Yes.
all right? Lung capacity, all that, you know, how much oxygen carrying capacity, and that's why if you run 100 meter, 200 foot, you have, you know, slower times with age. And that's even why masters athletes, you now run against your age group, because like, for this particular age, this is how much you should be running, this is how much time, and, you know, are you winning them, are you not?
Doctor.
So the government should see, I want them to see the importance this way is about preserving one's health. Really, you are continuing and not getting sick. So it's a very good thing that people should hear to.
Okay,
Government,
we'll be wrapping.
you know, come to our aid, sponsorship, funds, and all that, and actually rewarding people who come with medals, because it's not easy.
So I must commend you, Dr. Safia Yaya Kongolia, for that. He has taken us around what we need to know about the Coach Christian Ayegbeni. Thank you for being in the program today. We'll keep on preaching the message. The appropriate authority should get to know what's happening. We'll start a campaign so that the next masters will more prepared. And congratulations, Christian, for the what we already, what you guys went there. You went there, you saw, you conquer. That was going to wrap our program today. My name is Adamusa. Thank you for coming to the program today.
Thank you very much.
Let's do this same time, same station on Friday. Have a blessful evening at the Fibai.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. The females 4 by 100 meters. By 100 meters. They won the gold medal. Congratulations. We have the team of Miriam Hadigun and Dr. Sophia and Folake Okache and Irene and Nature. Congratulations. You make Nigeria proud again. This gold medal. Women, congratulations. What do you have to say, Dr. Sophia? She just have to laugh. She don't know what to say. She's overwhelmed with joy. Congratulations, Nigeria, gold medal. Relay 4 by 100 meters. Congratulations to Nigeria again.